Hey friends, this is Miss Hendry. I'm going to read you a story called Bluecy. Alright, the room was filled with friendly cats. Could Mandy ever choose? She spied and ran to Lucy, who was settled in a snooze. Ooh, the words choose and snooze rhyme. While Lucy looked like other kittens lying all around, this special cat was different from the others in the pound. So around and pound rhyme. If Lucy got excited or she felt some sudden mood, the fur upon her body changed to match her attitude. So mood and attitude rhyme. So Mandy named her Bluecy as it seemed the thing to do, since Bluecy was the only cat whose color changed to blue. Do and blue, mood and attitude. Those are all rhyming words. Although she tried to train her cat to sit or take a stroll, this cat would not cooperate. Mandy lost control. A cat needs food to grow and keep its fur as soft as silk, but Bluecy wouldn't eat her chow or even drink her milk. At mealtime, Mandy searched for Bluecy up and down the street, but Bluecy tried to hide because she didn't want to eat. Since Bluecy was quite stubborn, all this searching had no end. Now, how could Mandy find her when this cat could smoothly blend? Although she hated pudding, Bluecy loved the jello mold. She wanted only blue. The other colors left her cold. Now Mandy didn't laugh or think that she was acting cute when Bluecy dove right in the bowl and swam among the fruit. When Bluecy found a nest, she jumped and landed on her legs. She nestled there between a batch of bright blue robin's eggs. That day the eggs were hatched, and Bluecy watched the babies squirm and lunged out of the nest because she wouldn't eat a worm. Then Bluecy dove into the pool that stood beside the oak. She splashed around and then began to do the doggy stroke. Though Mandy tried to find her, she was really hard to catch. Her fur had turned a shade of blue that made the perfect match. Now Mandy thought that Bluecy might be hiding in the pots, but Bluecy had laid down to rest among the forget-me-nots. So no one noticed Bluecy as she watched the bumblebees until she sniffed a flower and then blasted out a sneeze. As Bluecy danced and pranced about, her legs were tiny sprigs. She twirled amidst the butterflies that fluttered on blue wings. She spun around the dandelions, never even phased, until she tumbled on the ground and lay there looking dazed. Then Bluecy scurried down the hall and knew just what to do. She found a bowl of jelly beans in pretty shades of blue. While rolling in the bowl of beans, she'd had a tasty snack. She ate a dozen handfuls, then rolled onto her back. Now Bluecy ran into a room and poked inside a drawer. She tugged a box of crayons till they fell upon the floor. As Mandy searched for Bluecy on the tallest bedroom shelf, her cat used blue to draw and color pictures of herself. Then Bluecy grabbed a curtain and she gripped it with her claws. While waiting for the sounds of cheers and thunderous applause, she hung onto the curtain rod just like a curious clown until the rod became unhinged and she came crashing down. Then Bluecy watched as Mandy cleaned the tent from dryer screens and jumped into the laundry pile on top of Mandy's jeans. She wrestled with each shirt and dress, and it was a mighty blitz. She shredded them in pieces till the clothes were torn to bits. When Bluecy found a closet, there were boxes stacked up high, some birthday party presents placed where children wouldn't spy. She swatted with her claws until the papers were in threads. Confetti flew into the air and landed all in shreds. Now Mandy had a notion for a new and tasty treat, the perfect food for picky Bluecy, something blue to eat. And Bluecy was delighted as she gobbled and she licked a bowl of ripe blueberries, and each one was freshly picked. Now Bluecy comes when Mandy calls her every single night, and everyone can see her because she's there in plain blue sight. She rarely causes trouble now, for she prefers to stay where she can play with Mandy, who loves Bluecy more each day. Bye, friends.